and it's good. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Calgary Zoo's virtual story time. Thanks so much for joining us. We're going to get started in a minute with a book all about caribou. But before we do, I want to invite you to go grab your stuffy. If you have a favorite stuffy or toy or doll that you want to have join us for story time. Today I brought my moose. So he's going to join us as we read about caribou and another hoofstock out on the tundra. Excellent. So, my name is Laura, and today's book is called Aurora, A Tale of the Northern Lights. And we're going to read this book with permission of West Margin Press. The book was written and illustrated by Mindy Dwyer. Early one morning, long ago, in a northern land, a baby girl was born. Her mother named her Aurora, which means the rosy light of dawn. And this faraway place knew only a daylight sky, for the sun would glide from one end of the sky to the other, hugging the horizon, but never slipping below. As each day passed, only the changing colors of the sky, from shimmering blue to an eerie green to the softest pink, would signal the times of the day. Carpets of tundra filled with delicate wildflowers stretched as far as the eye could see in this land, without darkness. Caribou lived alongside Aurora and her people. And each year, the caribou gathered into giant herds, and they traveled to an old familiar path, to a mysterious midnight place, later returning to their home of light and flowers. Aurora grew into a dreamy young girl, curious about what lay beyond the distant horizon. She wondered where the caribou went, and often daydreamed of traveling with the herds, prancing across the tundra. Under the pink glow of an early morning sun, Aurora spotted a lone caribou. How strange that he was not with his herd, she thought. At first, she followed him, watching as the caribou playfully kicked up his hooves. Then, Aurora ran, and the caribou ran, frolicking together across the tundra in a magnificent dance. And before she knew it, Aurora was in the open tundra, far from her family. Feeling adventurous, she was ready to walk the way of the caribou. Soon, Aurora grew hungry. Deep in the purple shadows, she found some blueberries. She plopped to the ground to rest and enjoy their sweet taste. The velvety blue color of the berries reminded Aurora of a story Grandmother told, of a place where darkness fell each night and the sky turned a deep and peaceful indigo. How she longed to see this for herself. As Aurora continued her journey across the soft green tundra, she was comforted by the memory of her favorite grandmother. Grandmother's gentle voice told once more of the dark sky Aurora had never seen. And in the dark times, the sky wrapped itself around us, and inside each of us, there is a glow that lights the way. It keeps us warm, and we are not afraid. Grandmother's words were a mystery to her. Aurora felt sure she would understand them when she arrived in the land where darkness fell and where the sky turned the color of ripe blueberries. The caribou continued to lead Aurora in her long journey from home. To be safe and warm in the dark place, Aurora began to collect colors from the daylight sky. As days passed, Aurora gathered the delicate pink morning light and put it in her pocket. The midday light was a shining silver blue, and this she placed in her pocket too. Twilight glowed a luminous green. This was Aurora's favorite time of the day, and she filled her pockets with its color. She walked and then danced with the changing colors of the sky. Suddenly, a boreal wind began to snap at Aurora's dress, and she felt its chill. The sun dipped below the edge of the earth, and the sky closed in all around her. The deepest color she had ever seen, darkness. This must be the place of mystery, Aurora thought, as she gazed at the glittering sky. And though this darkness was strange and new, Aurora felt safe, with the light she knew glowed inside her. She reached into her pockets and flung the colorful lights into the dark, dark sky. Wow, look at those beautiful, beautiful colors. Aurora played with the lights, admiring the way that they danced across the sky, just as she had danced across the tundra with the lone caribou. The lights grew ever brighter, shimmering like a curtain of color in the darkness. Aurora's family saw the dancing lights and followed, hoping they would find their beloved daughter. There she is, making beautiful trails. And although she had brought the colors of the daylight sky to comfort her, Aurora found she was not afraid in the dark place of indigo sky. She now understood Grandmother's mysterious words. Together again, Aurora and her family celebrated her journey with the caribou, which had led Aurora to discover courage and her own inner light. So those beautiful lights led her family to find her. The adventurous spirit of Aurora lives on. When you gaze into the night sky of the north and you see dancing lights, you are watching Aurora's many colors collected on her special journey long, long ago. Thank you so much for joining me and listening to our story today. Before we leave you, we've got a special birthday wish that we want to shout out to a few of our friends. First off, here at the Calgary Zoo, one of our Egyptian tortoises, Alexandria. She's turning 9, so happy birthday. We've also got Henry, who's celebrating his 2nd birthday, Bo, who's turning 3, and we have turning 5, Soren, Charlie, Avery, and Jack. Happy birthday to you all. Turning 6 this week, we have Aiden, Andreas, Kalia, Jimmy, and Blake. Turning 7, we have Caleb and Eric. And celebrating their 8th birthday this week, we have Alex and Cassidy. So happy birthday to all of you and to everyone else who celebrated a birthday last week or this week coming up. We hope you have a wonderful celebration. So thank you once again for tuning into Storytime. Thank you for supporting wildlife conservation. And please remember, we're warmly accepting donations. So if you're in a position to give, please visit our website for more details. Tune in next week for another great story. Bye, everyone.